RespectMyRegion.com. We're back on the Morning Joint podcast. This is episode 21. Okay, today we got some big exciting news. We got some big things coming up, some really crazy stories, some really sad turn of events in terms of American politics and legislation here, and then some music, cannabis updates per our usual episode here on the Morning Joint. So without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? All right, you guys. So first things first, as you guys can see here on the title, we've got Buddy's Brand, the number 8th ranked cannabis company in the United States per BDS Analytics, announces that Buddy's and Xzibit and Napalm brands have partnered together. There is a strategic partnership, a strategic alliance, and a manufacturing services agreement that has been established. Xzibit is now the creative brand director for Buddies, and he and his Napalm brand is going to be working with Buddies to manufacture it at a more affordable cost, more efficiency in sales across the board. So there's some exciting things in the works there. And congratulations to X. Congratulations to Napalm, the entire team behind that. I know personally with me at Buddies, I'm excited to be working with them, and it already has impact on some exciting just retail partners and moves in those regards. So super dope, super exciting. Big congrats to their team. We've also got a new cookies drop. We've got the Adios motherfucker strain, which is one of the more popular options from the cookies brand right now. It's so good that I have purchased it once, and I was given it once by Cookies, and I lost it the first time, and I smoked it all the second time, and it was absolutely fire. So that Adios motherfucker strain comes highly recommended by me. It also comes highly recommended by Burner. So definitely check that out. And more cannabis news. We've got Jungle Boys did legitimately outsell all the other dispensaries in Florida by itself. On the first day of business for the Jungle Boys, they outsold all of the Florida dispensaries combined. The weed was better and it was cheaper, which is insane because it just goes to show that the people that are in these other new states, they don't have it down right, and they're not capable of doing it at the caliber, at the scale, with the attention to detail. And did I mention quality comparatively to California, Seattle, our Washington, Oregon, Colorado as a whole? So it's no surprise to me, but also it's just really impressive for the Jungle Boys to do that. So big shout out to the Jungle Boys. Major moves. This one's really interesting. We kind of saw this coming, but at the same time, I never really thought that this would happen. But Juul E-Cigs are now banned in the United States by the FDA. It's crazy because banning E-Cigs is going to take them off of shelves, but it's now going to create a massive underground market, and people are going to get sick again from these kinds of products. So I'm sitting here, predicting that once again, people are going to get sick. It'll be due to these random vapes that are being put in the market, the bad market. And yeah, so Juul E-Cigs are now banned in the U.S. by the FDA. How wild is that? We've got a listicle here. Before we get to that, this is 6 dispensaries that are the best in Seattle, Washington. Before we get to that, though, I want to talk a little bit about the International Cannabis Business Conference, ICBC, which arrives in Berlin this July. So I was at ICBC. Last March, and it was an incredible experience. It was very much valuable to network with people that are from all over the world, particularly centralized in Europe. It was really interesting to gain perspective of what is, difficult to overcome, some of the trials and tribulations, some of the successes. It was really interesting to hear a variety of perspectives in regards to all that stuff. Well, shout out my man Joey Riolano, another Joey in the comments. Appreciate you showing love. So yeah, ICBC arrives in Berlin this July. We will have our associate Ian Rasman representing Los Angeles Normal, as well as Ian's company. He'll be out there, doing his payment processing thing, building relationships, talking about the SB34 program, and trying to get that established worldwide to some extent. It's really powerful. So big shout out to Ian and the ICBC conference. Now, on the last cannabis story that we have right here. Um, this is a listicle of the six of the best cannabis dispensaries in Seattle. Okay, this is in no particular order. We're just going down the line. All right, the first one we're putting the Reef Coliseum of Cannabis, curating one of the finest collections of products in Seattle. Many of Washington State's best brands are housed in their Georgetown, Capitol Hill, and Bremerton locations. They've been there since 2015, a bunch of them. They got fire in there. The next one, the bakery. We really fuck with the bakery team. Really enjoy their products that they carry. I've been shopping at the bakery since I think 2013. They've got a Georgetown location. They used to have a North Seattle location. They got a bunch of cool shit. And then there's, of course, the classic Have a Heart group. You feel me? Have a Heart has been there for a hot minute. They got locations in Belton and Bothell, Greenwood, Ocean Shores, and Skyway and SeaTac. They're still out there killing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations across the state right now. And then there's the old homies over there at Freedom, man. We've been fucking with Freedom for about 7 years. We had a homie work at Freedom. We've been shopping at Freedom. We still shop at Freedom. Uh, they've won awards, man. High Times Cup, Dope Magazine Cups, Bud Tender of the Years, man. It's a really great experience over there at Freedom. And then there's Dockside. Been shopping at Dockside for a hot minute. They got 4 locations, 3 in Seattle, Ballard, Soto, and Green Lake in Seattle. And they got 1 in Shoreline, which is North Seattle. So they got 4. Dockside has like a museum vibe in the Soto one, which is super dope. I would say they used to not necessarily always carry the best products. Like when I used to go shop at Dockside back when I worked at Diego, the only thing I used to buy would be Saints flour back in the day. Um, Now I'm sure they've got a bunch of stuff. Taylor speaks really good, really great. She says really great things about their menu and what they're smoking on now, and she's always posting about what she's smoking in the Blunt Talk podcast. So I'm sure they're killing it. And then last but not least, out of the 6, we've got Clutch Cannabis. This one is a little bit more home to me because I grew up in Renton and Kent, and Clutch is there in Renton. So big shout out to the Clutch team for making a list and still out here providing great experience, providing great cannabis at affordable prices. Really a fan of their work. I remember when it was just a little, you just walked in the door and then there was a window and they just served you through like a little slot underneath like it was a gas station. You know what I'm saying? It really goes back old school with Clutch, and then they've built it out and remodeled it and done a bunch of cool things at their shop over the years. So big shout out to them. Right, up next, we got some music posts. You guys ready for this? We're going to just run through these quick. Um, 10 throwback songs repopularized by movies and TV. We'll get to that towards the end. Shambhala Music Festival returns to British Columbia this July. We will be attending Shambhala Music Festival. We're really excited about it. At the end of July, we will be out there. So tap in, stay tuned. You guys already know. That we're going to be getting all kinds of good interviews and be getting it in. So tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. Rising Bakersfield rapper Run It Up, J-Bo, gets arrested during a raid. So, we want to cover these kinds of stories so that way we can educate artists that, the police are always watching, the cops are always watching. They're always looking to build a case. So we understand that you're going to be flashy. We understand that you're going to live your life and do what you got to do. But we're going to share these stories so you guys can have awareness and be aware what's going on with other artists that are up and coming, and just stay tapped in, man. All these cops, all the police, they're always watching. They're trying to use your guys' lyrics. They're trying to use photos, videos, whatever they can to put people away that they don't want out on the streets. So this goes, to all the cannabis people out there. This goes to all the artists out there. Stay tuned because they're always motherfucking watching. We've got another listicle here: five female rappers who reached #1 on Billboard's Hot 100. So that's super dope. We got another new song. Yak Yola is killing it in Philly. He got some features from G Herbo and a couple other dope artists. So we're gonna tap in there real quick. And then Jack Harlow brings out Lil Wayne and Brandy for the BET Awards performance. So we definitely recommend you guys check that out over on Hip Hop DX. They always cover great shit over at Hip Hop DX. Shout out to Devon. Great work. All right, so let's get into these listicles, okay? Let's get into these listicles. All right. So first listicle, Billboard Hot 100 chart-topping female rappers. Shout out to Justin for putting this together. Cardi Bizzle, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo, Doja Cat, Lotto, out here killing it, man. Lotto got a fucking remix with Mariah Carey, crazy. Doja Cat got songs with Nicki Minaj, and TikTok just absolutely loves her music, and all the little influencers and women out there, they just eating that up. Lizzie, rapper, singer, and flute player, but she just crushes it, man. Lizzo is just motherfucking making moves, tearing down all the motherfucking barriers for women like her. So she's crushing it. She also is just hilarious. Megan Thee Stallion, you can't fuck with Megan Thee Stallion, man. You just can't. She got a fucking song with Beyonce. She got motherfucking TikToks like crazy, and she's thick. And then of course Cardi Bizzle, aka Cardi B. You know, Bodak Yellow, lit. Maroon 5 collab, lit. She got best rap album at the Grammys. She's award winning. Nobody thought Cardi B would become all this, but her personality people just fell in love with. So shout out to Cardi, super dope. And then up next we got 10 throwback songs repopularized by movies and TV. All right. Let's get this lit up again. Up first, we got Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. That was a major trend that came back again. Stranger Things. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. That one just came back around like crazy. Parton's Original did become a number one hit on the country charts, but Whitney Houston really put that one on. Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Risky Business First, initially released in 1979, peaking at number 28, but the film gave the song a resurgence in popularity. Girl, You'll Want to Be a Woman Soon by Urge Overkill. Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Released pretty recently in 2017, but this number one hit was in the Netflix film Someone Great before it became mainstream in 2019. This song had the fortune of a trifecta impact: social media buzz, BET award show performance, and the film, all of which made the song blow up everywhere. Without Netflix, the super hit wouldn't have gotten where it did in 2019. Beyonce, Crazy in Love, 50 Shades of Grey remix, Twist and Shout by the Beatles, Stand By Me by Ben E. King. Stand By Me is one of the best songs ever. Do You Love Me by the Contours. That's another one. Man, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, another one. Damn. It's just crazy how movies and social media, content, award shows, events, all that stuff can really bring things back to life and keep things alive longer. It's really particularly interesting. All right. Second to last, who are the artists that Yak Yola's got? Yak Yola is a Philadelphia, Pennsylvania native rapper who just premiered the newest drill song, Fallback. Yak Yola is on the rise to becoming one of the biggest artists in the city. In the last 3 months, the young artist has dropped 3 videos, and as well as the debut album called 30 Story. He's got features with Doughboy, G Herbo, and the late King Von. We're gonna slap this. We're gonna slap this at another time. I'm going to slap this for you guys at another time. So definitely go in, tap in, watch my Instagram story. I'm going to come in and slap some of this Yak Yola and G Herbo skirt off. Let's see what's good. And then, all right, you guys. Now, last but not least, we wanted to touch on the Roe versus Wade being overturned and how this is a huge step back in terms of progress here in the United States. You know, regardless of where you're from, what you believe in, freedoms and this and that, America is becoming something that's different than where it's been in the past. And when you think about progress and what that really means and how that looks, for a lot of people, things are now viewed at as going backwards. For a lot of people, this is a major setback. For a lot of women, it's an incredibly impactful to their life. To a lot of people who are powerless in so many situations, this is a major step backwards. And so we have to just bring awareness to this and ask that you guys, whoever it is out there that is supportive of Roe versus Wade being overturned, for you to consider the other people on the other side of the fence, and for you to not look at it from just your lens, for you to consider it from the other people's lens who are so desperately in need of, services, opportunities, resources, help, someone to talk to, someone who can physically do doctor work or science or whatever it is. A lot goes into the whole abortion culture. A lot goes into the science behind that. It's definitely not an easy topic, but for the people that are either for it or against it, are happy or sad, just consider looking through it from the other people's lens, and especially more so from my perspective. Just hear me out here. Just if you are one of the people that is happy that this was overturned and that there is no more, that there is significantly less women's rights in this particular instance, you guys please just look at it from the lens of the people who really need this. How can you feel that it's okay that this has been overturned and there are significantly less opportunities now and resources for women? So just something to think about. This was episode 21 of the Morning Joint. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. As always, we do this every Monday. The goal is, sometime in the morning before noon. So we've been a little inconsistent, but I really appreciate you guys for hanging out. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, talk that shit, do what you got to do. Make sure you guys share this if you're a fan, and I will see you guys next Monday. Or Mitch will. Who knows? You never know where I'm going to be. Love you guys. Woo! Peace.